Hi, ladies and gents. I just want to get a few words on record in relation to sex and disability. Um, as some of you may know, I'm physically disabled, um, and there are lots of myths and misconceptions around sex and disability. Um, can we do it? What do we do? Um, how do we do it? Um, and I want to try and at least attempt to put a few of these misconceptions and misgivings to bed. I'm a one-man band. I know I'm not going to be the one who single-handedly cures all of the misconceptions, but the first thing I want to start with is we can all do something. It may not be penetration, neither digitally nor with an erection, um, but we can all do something. It's just about um, learning about what you like, really, learning about what turns you on, learning your body, only worrying about you and not worrying about others, and doing things that don't harm you. You can do whatever you want to do as long as it doesn't harm you or anybody else involved. This issue came to my attention when I was watching a YouTube channel, um, and it was about this surrogate partnership agency that a Canadian lady set up. She was a former um, telephone operator of an escort agency, and she spoke about how difficult it was to match disabled people to an escort, you know, and how the escort um, didn't cater for the intimacy, the touching, the personal touch just wasn't there, and it was very difficult. And she found herself in the unfortunate position of having to turn people away because either the escort wasn't willing or she didn't want the person, being left offended or, something like that. And that's really shocking in this day and age. I mean, we don't have the infrastructure in the UK to set up um, surrogacy partnerships in the way the Canadian channel does. Um, but yeah, I was just shocked to learn that there were people out there, um, with no sex life at all, and that has to change. Just because you may be paralyzed from the neck down or the waist down doesn't mean that your sex life is over. Just because you can't penetrate, like I said before, it doesn't mean, your sex life's over. My philosophy has always been to be kind to people and learn what makes them tick, and I've applied that same philosophy throughout my life, also in relation to my sex life. And I've met some wonderful people. Now, it's by no means a easy journey. It's full of twists and turns, and it's a winding road. But if you can apply that philosophy correctly, you'll meet some great people, you know, along the way. And Mr. or Mrs. Right, whatever the case may be, um, they may well be out there somewhere. Um, but if not, then that's okay as well. You're not going on this journey for the entertainment of somebody else. You're not going on this journey as a result of um, peer pressure or family pressures or anything like that. You're going on this journey because you want to discover, you know, what turns you on, what makes you tick, what do you like, what do you want to do with a member of the opposite sex or even a member of the same sex. Let's not discriminate. You know, I really, really want people to try and get behind this, and I want as many people to watch this video as possibly. Um, because I think it is, you know, an area that gets looked over. Um, People tend to make assumptions, that's wrong. Um, at the same time, the flip side of that, of course, is when people just think that because one disabled person's got an erection or one disabled person's being able to have sex quite normally, um, they think that that applies across the board. And then they forget that some people are big, some people are small, we come in all shapes and sizes, and we have all different abilities, and they end up going over the same old ground, and it turns into an arousal disorder. But that's the total flip side of what I've been talking about, so don't dwell on that too much. Listen to the initial um, part of the recording when I was talking about learning about you, learning your body, learning what makes you tick, learning what turns you on, and also the philosophy of, you know, being kind to people and learning what makes them tick, but also be kind to yourself. And everybody, you know, everybody can have a sex life. It doesn't matter, you know, how physically impaired you are, you can have a sex life and you can be desirable to others. And if you've not many physical limitations, then Jesus Christ, you know, masturbate, learn your body, get to know your body, and, you know, go from there. Thanks for listening, and I hope you can subscribe. Yeah, see you next time, everyone.